Precise questions. We have already learned how to create interrogative sentences. Remember, we had learned three ways, right? One is just the informal way. Tu parles français, right? We just change the intonation, right? We don't change anything. Another is colloquial, which is est-ce que tu parles français, right? And what's the third way?
That's inversion.
Yeah, formal, inversion. Parles-tu français? Now we have learned these interrogative sentences. What we're going to learn now is precise questions. A precise question is something that you can answer in a precise manner. For example, who is it? Okay. Qui est? Who is it? You will see this a lot in Duolingo stories. Like some sound happens and then qui est? Who is it? Qui est-elle? And there's one more variant. Qui est là? Okay. So all of these four sentences, qui is actually the subject. Okay. Make no mistake about it. Qui est? Who is it? Okay. Qui est là? Who is it there? Qui est-il? Who is he? Qui est-elle? Who is she? Okay. All four sentences, qui is the subject. Why we are adding this extra il and el, which seems like subject pronoun, is to emphasize on probably here gender, to distinguish between who is he and who is she. Position, who is there? Qui est là? And you can very well ask this question like this: Qui est? Who is it? Then you don't specify the gender. So precise question can be asked using quite a few things, but I like to categorize things. That's the way I do things. We have interrogative pronouns, and then we have interrogative adverbs. But yeah, I would say this topic you don't need to remember these terms, okay, at all. And then we have adjectives. For example, interrogative pronouns like qui and que. Interrogative adverbs, for example, we have pourquoi, which is why. Then we have como, how. Then we have maybe quand, is when. Okay. Adjective, I think there's only one, quel. Because it's adjective, it will change according to the gender and number of the noun. So it will become quel, and we'll talk about it in detail. Okay. So this is why. This is how, right? This is when. And they have one more, où, which is where. Then we have qui, which, let's talk about all of them one by one, so that will make it clear. So yeah, although I like to teach it, or I like to mention the categories as always, you don't need to remember these terms. So we are going to study all this in terms of forming precise questions. And in fact, all of these pronouns, adverbs, and adjectives can be used in all three ways, right? Qui can be used with est-ce que, qui can be used with inversion, and it can be used with intonation. So that same applies to all of this. And we will see the examples of all of that starting right now. Qui, which is an interrogative pronoun, which can mean two things, vous and whom. When qui is referring to a subject, it means vous. When qui is referring to a direct object, it means whom. I'll take examples which will make it clear. Mamta, can you take an example of asking a question with qui where it is referring to subject?
The bottle.
Who is the bottle?
Where is the bottle? Oh, sorry. Who is the subject? Okay.
ओके हम बोलते हैं वो कौन ढक्कन कौन है, पर ये तो तुमने नया ही एक्सप्रेशन निकाल दिया, बॉटल कौन है. ठीक है. Yeah, qui là or qui est là, who is there? That is correct. So for example, if qui is followed by a verb, that means qui is acting as a subject. Qui était ce monsieur? Who was that gentleman? Okay. Qui dit cela? Who says that? Right? Qui a compris la leçon? Who understood the lesson? I think we took exact same examples yesterday, but because people were absent. So here, qui is followed by verb, right? That means qui is referring to subject. And here it translates to vous. This is basically the intonation way. Another way is the colloquial way, est-ce que. In case you want to ask these questions using est-ce que format, what you need to do is qui est-ce qui dit cela, same. Who says that? Question was qui dit cela. Who says that? Right? And we use the est-ce que way to form the same question. Qui est-ce qui dit cela? Who is it that says that? Here you have to understand two things. This is your interrogative pronoun. This means who. Who is it? However, this, the second key, is relative pronoun. This is not interrogative word. In this sentence, the interrogative word is this one, qui. Qui est-ce qui dit cela? This is relative pronoun. We haven't studied relative pronouns yet. There is a separate topic called as relative pronoun, which we will study soon. So relative pronoun basically is used to join two parts of the sentences, main clause and subordinate clause. In fact, we have another relative pronoun called as que, which will also translate to that. Okay. The major difference is when a verb directly follows a relative pronoun, you will use qui. When a subject follows the relative pronoun, you will use que. For now, you need to remember this much. When it is followed by a verb, you will use qui. When it is followed by subject, you will use que. And both will mean that. The interrogative pronoun, the question word is only one here, this one.
Could you give an example which has qui est-ce que?
Okay. Qui est-ce que tu as vu? Now here we are using relative pronoun que. Qui est-ce que tu as vu? Who is it that you have seen? You see,
Wait,
we have subject following the relative pronoun. That's why we are using que, not qui. But it still means, it still translates as that. Who is it that you have seen? Who is it that understood? Who is it that is most tall or tallest? Okay. And just as we discussed, qui est-ce que, if your qui is referring to whom, if your qui is referring to direct object, earlier qui was referring to a subject, right? Here it was referring to subject. If it is referring to direct object, that means the meaning will change to whom, then you will use que relative pronoun because you will have a subject after that. Qui est-ce que tu as vu? Whom did you see? Qui est-ce que nous inviterons? Whom will we? This is simple future, which we haven't studied yet. Whom will we invite? Qui est-ce que tu préfères? Whom is it that you prefer? As I said, all of these interrogative pronouns like qui, right? You can use them to form questions in all three manners. One is intonation, right? That we saw here. Qui dit cela? This is just simple sentence with no inversion, no est-ce que, with a question mark and intonation. Qui dit cela? Who says that? Then we have est-ce que. Qui est-ce qui dit cela? Or qui est-ce que tu as vu? And the third version is inversion, obviously. So we can also use inversion. So if you have observed in inversion as well as in est-ce que, the interrogative word qui comes first. Have you observed that? In the est-ce que also and in inversion also. Qui as-tu vu? Whom did you see? Or qui inviterons-nous? Whom will we invite? Qui avez-vous embauché? Whom did we hire or whom did you hire? Embauché. Here, qui is referring to direct object. Okay. That means it will be translated as what, Opal?
Whom?
Yes, awesome. Fantastic. Yes, it will be translated as whom. Whom did you hire? Okay. Qui aimez-vous le mieux? Whom do you love the most? So that was qui as interrogative pronoun, which can mean two things. Just to summarize, it can mean who when it is referring to subject, or it can mean whom when it is referring to direct object.